Mga kababayan, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat, hapon o gabi, wherever you are sa mundo. Ako si Lan ng hashtag #WalkWithLan at ngayon, February 2, 2026, simula na ang bagong chapters of Philippine politics, ang impeachment process laban kay Vice President Sara Duterte. Simula na ngayon ang impeachment process. Personal opinion ko malabo ang ebidensya. Yan ang aking take at susuriin natin ito ng maigi. Para sa mga kabataan na busy sa TikTok at studies at sa mga OFW na nagpapakahirap abroad pero updated pa rin sa balita sa Pilipinas, welcome po ha. Ito'y hindi basta chismis, it's an intellectual deep dive, critical analysis at fact-based discussion. Witty, engaging at walang bias except sa katotohanan. Today, we will break it down, the new complaints filed kanina lang. Why? The evidence seems malabo. Wika for our English-speaking viewers, how this favors VP Sara and why it's time to criticize President Bongbong Marcos for what looks like a political witch hunt. Ano kaya ang mangyayari kung matuloy ito? Will it divide the nation more? Stay tuned. Huwag umalis dahil may surprises at insights ahead. Like, share, and subscribe para sa more. Let's walk this out together. Okay, flashback tayo mga friends. Last year, 2025, nagkaroon ng major drama sa impeachment ni VP Sara ayon sa facts mula sa Supreme Court ruling noong July 25, 2025. The articles of impeachment were declared unconstitutional dahil sa one-year bar rule under Article 11, Section 3, Paragraph 5 ng Constitution, meaning hindi pwedeng mag-file ng impeachment within 1 year after initiation. Remember noong December 2024, 4 complaints were filed against Sara, accusing her of misuse of confidential funds, tolerance of extrajudicial killings, EJKs, graft corruption, at betrayal of public trust. Wow, public pala sila. Pero ang House of Representatives, under the influence of the Marcos camp daw, ay nagkagulo. A total of 215 lawmakers signed the 4th complaint on February 5, 2025. Pero the Supreme Court said it violated due process and the one-year bar rule. Witty aside, parang exam na late ang submission, automatic fail. At sa recent SC decision noong January 28, 2026, they denied the House motion for reconsideration with finality. So the 2025 case is dead. Pero bakit simula na ngayon? Dahil the one-year bar lapse adjusted to January 15, 2026. Talaga? Per Supreme Court. Pwede na pala. Ito yung fact-based. The inaction on the first 3 complaints doomed the 4th quarter as per Justice Amy Lazaro Javier. Para sa mga kabataan, imagine it's a reset button in a video game, pero this time the players, progressive groups are back with new moves. OFWs, this affects remittances and stability back home. So alamin natin. Fast forward tayo today, February 2, 2026, ang araw na sinimulan ulit ng proseso ayon sa latest reports. Okay, progressive leaders from Makabayan Black filed the first fresh impeachment complaint endorsed by the 3-member Black. Kasunod dito, a second complaint from civil society groups like Tindig Pilipinas, led by Kiko Aquino D, with endorsements from the Akbayan Representative Percy Sendenya and ML Party List Representative Leila De Lima. Wow, talagang hindi kayo natatapos. Ano ang allegations? Pareho pa rin, culpable violations of the Constitution, graft and corruption, bribery, betrayal of public trust, at other high crimes. Specifics include misuse of confidential funds sa OVP at DepEd at purported tolerance of EJKs during her time as Davao Mayor and under her father's admin. Wow, Photos, no? Photos from protest today show people's groups rallying outside the House of Representatives. Mga kabataan, do you think these are solid or recycled chismis? Para sa mga OFWs, this instability could mean more economic woes. Huwag mawala ng focus. Parang sequel ng movie na flop ang una, will this one be a hit or another SC Black? Ay nako. Facts show the House must act within the timelines. Okay ha? Or it fails again, mga kaibigan. Personal opinion ko ha, at backed by facts, malabong ebidensya. Let's critically analyze. Una, on confidential funds. Sara's OVP spent billions, pero audits show it's legal under RA 11936 for intelligence purposes. No concrete proof of personal gain. Puro allegations without hard docs. Parang accusing someone of stealing candy without CCTV. Pangalawa, EJ case, linked to her Davao days. But ICC investigations are ongoing at walang final conviction. The complaints rely on tolerance, pero that's subjective. Supreme Court rulings emphasize due process. Hindi pwedeng basta accuse without fair hearing. Third, graft and bribery. Recycle from 2025 na binasura na ng SC dahil sa procedural flaws. No new smoking, mga kaibigan, ha? Gun today, puro rehash. Informative for youth. This is why we need evidence-based politics, not vendetta. Para sa mga OFWs, imagine nyo, if your bosses accuse you without proof, unfair, di ba? The timing stream politics, post-2025 Supreme Court ruling. Bakit ngayon lang ulit? To weaken Sara for 2028 elections. Sara's popularity among Dutertards remain high per surveys. Comment down below, malabo ba talaga or strong case? Now, let's favor VP Sara. Deservedly, based on facts, Sara Duterte ay isang strong leader. As DepEd Secretary, she pushed for education reforms amid pandemic. Her OVP programs helped millions sa disaster relief. Habang iba'y busy sa selfies, si Inday Sara ay hands-on. The impeachment, politically motivated yan to sideline her, mga kaibigan. Fact shows she's vocal against admin policies like the West Philippine Sea stance. By defending her, we defend democracy. Hindi pwede gamitin ang impeachment as weapon. Para sa mga kabataan, Sara represents resilience. Learn from her. Sa mga OFWs, she's pro-worker, pushing for better protections abroad. In the post-Duterte era, Sara is the bridge, tough on crime, but compassionate. The weak evidence proves it's a smear campaign. Huwag tayong magpauto. Time to criticize Bongbong Marcos, fact-based, no holds barred. BBM's admin seems behind this push via House allies like his son Sandro Marcos, who signed the 2025 complaint. Parang family business, impeach the rival. Under BBM, inflation high, jobs scarce. Para sa mga OFW, remittances is chained. His unity slogan, hypocrisy as he divides versus Duterte's. Economic growth, sluggish per ADB reports, while scandals like Pharmaly linger from COVID days. The impeachment distraction from real issues, poverty, corruption on infrastructure projects. Supreme Court exposed House failures under Marcos' influence. Para sa mga kabataan, BBM's policies ignore climate education debt. OFWs, walang real support sa repatriation. This is dynastic politics at its worst. Criticized to demand better. So anong implications nito? This could polarize for 2028. Sara is stronger or Marcos wins. For youth and OFWs, vote wisely. Politics affects your future. Mga kababayan, sa mundo kung saan ang kasinungalingan ay nangingibabaw, ang katotohanan ng unang sinisikil. Pero kasama kayo, magpapatuloy tayo sa laban. Walang takot, walang kinikilingan, at laging handa para sa bayan. Sumali na sa aking YouTube channel membership sa #WalkWithLan at tulungan natin ang channel na maabot ang 100,000 subscribers. Ang inyong suporta ang susi sa kalayaan natin para ipagpatuloy ang pagbabalita ng katotohanan. Salamat at kita-kits sa laban. To wrap it up, impeachment starts today, but malabo ang ebidensya. Favor tayo kay Sara, criticize tayo kay BBM for fairness. Stay informed, mga kababayan. Like if you agree, comment your thoughts, share sa friends abroad. Subscribe for more political walk. Next episode, deeper on 2028. Salamat at God bless the Philippines. Kita-kits, mabuhay ang Pilipinas.